My name is Chris Chacona, MD, and it's Chacona.
And what is your occupation, Dr. Chacona?
My occupation is I'm a doctor with a specialty in psychiatry.
And did you ever have any education to obtain that profession?
Of course, went to medical school and undergraduate, majored in microbiology and chemistry, and went to Lone Star State University. And that's where I attained the right to call myself a doctor.
How long have you been practicing psychiatry, Dr. Chacona?
I've been practicing for a few years and did residency at Hopkins, where I specialized in psychiatry and practicing since then.
Do you maintain the necessary licenses to practice psychiatry in the state of Lone Star?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, at this time I'd like to admit Dr. Chacona as an expert in the field of general psychiatry.
Any questions? No objection, Your Honor. Accepted.
Dr. Chacona, could you please describe for the jury how you became involved in this case?
I did a psychiatric evaluation on Dr. Draft for approximately 30 minutes.
And why did you conduct that evaluation?
Because he is being charged with a homicide, and was basically brought to me to evaluate him based on the records of Dr. Walker, I believe.
During the course of your evaluation, what did you review?
I reviewed a few things. Reviewed the pattern of the wounds of the individual who's deceased. I also reviewed his emotional records. I gave him a MMPI results exam, which examines his substantial capacity to appreciate
Objection, Your Honor,
criminal.
is testifying to an ultimate issue.
Yeah, in no way has the witness testified to the ultimate issue. He has merely clarified what the MMPI is used to examine. He has not given an opinion as to Mr. Draft's ability to conform or Mr. Draft's ability to know right from wrong. He has merely testified that the MMPI is a tool used by psychiatrists to arrive at a conclusion. It has not yet given that conclusion. Okay, roll. Thank you, Your Honor. You may continue.
I reviewed the examination performed on him, and then I reviewed the wounds on the deceased, and I made certain evaluations and conclusions based on what I saw in front of me.
Let the record reflect that I'm approaching the opposing counsel who has been previously marked as exhibit. States exhibit 4 for identification purposes only. Your Honor, you'll find a copy of this in your binder under exhibit 6.
Thank you, counsel.
Permission to approach the witness, Your Honor?
May.
Dr. Chacona, do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
And what do you recognize it to be?
I recognize this to be the Minnesota test performed by the doctor who evaluated Mr. Draft before I was able to meet with him.
And how do you recognize it to be?
Well, according to the exam, it was dissembling and deceptive.
Objection, Your Honor. Testifying to evidence not, or testifying to an exhibit not yet been admitted to evidence and improper opinion and lack of foundation.
Sustained the first part, overruled the second part.
Move to strike all testimony as regarding the contents of the document.
Counsel, you can voir dire further if you want to get it in.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dr. Chacona, without going into the contents of the document, could you please tell me how you recognize this document to be the document that contains the results of the MMPI results for John Draft?
Well, because this is can you rephrase that question?
How do you recognize this document to be the MMPI results of Mr. John Draft?
Because this was the results given to me from the doctor who evaluated him before, and was passed over to me before I was able to interview and evaluate this individual.
This is a fair and accurate copy of the MMPI results given to you for your evaluation.
Yes, it is.
At this time, Your Honor, I'd like to move what's previously remarked, the states this is before for identification purposes only.
Your Honor, we object as to beyond the scope. The witness has been proffered as an expert in general psychiatry. However, we believe those credentials are insufficient for the witness to testify to the MMPI results, and would request that Your Honor allow us to voir dire the witness as to his credentials and to interpret the MMPI results.
You want to do that now?
Yes, Your Honor, if you would.
Your Honor, I may be heard.
Sure.
The witness has already been admitted as an expert in the field of general psychiatry and has testified several times as to the use of the MMPI in the course of general psychiatry. If counsel would like to voir dire this witness, you should have done it prior to proffering and the court accepting this witness as an expert in general psychiatry. At this point, the witness has testified several times as to the use of MMPI in his work as a general psychiatrist, and this is disingenuous at best to now say to the court that the witness doesn't possess the necessary expertise.
Your Honor, Your Honor, just because the witness testified to the fact that he observed and reviewed the MMPI results does not mean he's qualified to give an ultimate interpretation. We believe opposing counsel wishes to elicit ultimate opinions and conclusions based on John Drath's mental acuity, based on the results of those. As being proffered in the area of general psychiatry, we believe that this is improper for the witness to testify and needs specialized training in the area of forensic psychiatry to be able to do so.
Counsel, you're saying for the MMPI to evaluate it and give opinion on it, you need to have specialized training?
That's correct, Your Honor. And we would like to reserve the opportunity to voir dire the witness at this time with regard to specifically that.
Okay, and what makes you say you need specialized training to do that?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, what makes you say that, though?
Your Honor, there have been treatises published that indicate forensic psychologists or psychiatrists are required to interpret such results. Being proffered in general psychiatry, in fact, the witness just testified that his undergraduate was in microbiology and chemistry, and that he was a general doctor in general psychiatry. The witness testified to that. The witness has not given any, the opposing counsel has not elicited any testimony indicating the witness has any training in forensic psychology or criminology, which is the requisite basis to become proffered as a forensic psychiatrist able to interpret the MMPI results.
Your Honor,
Counsel, do you agree or disagree that the doctor needs to have specialized training in psychiatry to interpret these results?
I completely disagree, Your Honor, and I believe counsel is confusing two different issues. I have not elicited an ultimate issue here. I have merely elicited testimony as to what an MMPI results actually are. The witness has testified several times to the use of MMPI in psychiatry, and the counsel did not object at that time, nor did he seek to adhere his qualifications when proffered as an expert, as a psychiatrist who uses MMPI to conduct his work. At this point in time, I have not elicited any ultimate issues, any legal conclusions, and at best, counsel's objection is premature.
Your Honor, if I may, opposing counsel is arguing two things at the same time. One is that the objection is too late, and the other that it's premature. We're simply just trying to get in before the witness, before opposing counsel is able to admit this evidence as something that the witness on the stand uses the basis of his conclusions, which is what we believe counsel is going to do next.
Before you, as a doctor, are you familiar with MMPI results?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. How many have you gone over or done in your career?
In my career, have I gone over? Well, in school and as my residency, I went over many. They trained us to do so.
Mhm.
But in actual practice, this is my first. That being said, I have read many scholarly articles about this, done much research on the topic, on the statistics of these results, and on the application and how they work.
This is your first, you said?
This is my work. This is my first working with an inmate in jail in this type of matter.